Yeah, first of all, I think we have to give the correct signal. What crime is it? How serious is it? Somebody says spamming is not serious, it's not a crime. Somebody says yes, it's an old law, it is a crime. Let's have clarity on that, because we can't take a small issue and blow it up. Number one. Number two, it's not clear whether this minister was aware of what his partner was doing or not. That's also a grey area. So,
okay, I have a very simple question. Arun Bhatia, before you go any further, if the minister was not aware what his partner was doing, why has he not sued him? If the minister was not aware about what his partner was doing, why is there no case against him?
I'm just finishing, sir. Hear me out.
Yes, sir.
So, I think that crimes have to be categorized as serious and non-serious for the sake of the public. I'm not defending anybody, but I'm not convinced about the seriousness of this crime, and many other people. I'm in touch with people also. So I think that needs to be clarified from your channel. Having said that, I do believe that yes, there should be complete transparency. People should come and defend themselves. The law minister should give a point-by-point rebuttal. You're 100% right there. We respect the media. It's your job to ask questions. It's their job to answer. That part I respect.
Oh, that's all that we are saying. And I want to state this once again so that people understand where we are coming from, Mr. Bhatia. I am not claiming that we have all the answers. I am saying this investigation, apart from establishing direct connection between Somnath Bharti and Topsides LLC, and Topsides LLC was involved in a spamming scam, raises questions. Those questions must be answered. Why is Kejriwal and why is Somnath Bharti running away? Why are they not answering those questions? That is all I ask. And is that too much to ask Priyanka Chaturvedi, especially given the high moral position that Kejriwal has taken on every other case before this? Priyanka Chaturvedi.
No, I would expect everyone. I've been listening to everyone for last 20-25 minutes. I would need 2 minutes to make my point of view. Now, if we would look at the past, ever since the entire people movement began with Kejriwal, he has been doing things which are totally different from what he's been speaking. There have been separate set of rules that he has for other parties, while he talks about being above suspicion in every other thing that he's done. Now, he talks about internal probe, whether it was Anjali Damania's case, whether it was Shazia Ilmi. They do an internal probe and give them a clean sheet. Now, my point here is, what you've been making, Rahul, is clearly that if there is nothing that Somnath Bharti has done, he should be willing to face a probe, and not an internal probe.
Absolutely.
A probe which, takes into consideration whatever the charges have been made against him. Why is it that he is not willing to face these questions while he goes pointing a finger at the world? He's pointing a finger at just about everyone and anyone. So if he wants to walk the talk, the first thing he needs to do is order a probe against Somnath Bharti and let him come cleaner after the probe is done.
Oh, absolutely. Is that not the least that should be done, Dr. Harshvardhan? Because to say that Modi won't answer your questions, Rahul Gandhi will not even allow you to stand outside the secretariat, that almost brings Kejriwal immediately on the same plank as those he set out to overturn, as those he set out to oppose. How can he draw an equivalence today between his actions and those of the BJP and the Congress? Would you be satisfied if the Aam Aadmi Party were to say, we've looked at this internally, we've got lots of tech experts, they've looked at it and this is bogus? So do you think the least that Kejriwal should do to live up to the standards he likes to set and likes to demand of others is order an independent probe? Headlines Today won't be involved, the Aam Aadmi Party shouldn't be involved. Let an independent expert probe this. Dr. Harshvardhan.
You see, if he is so sure about his minister, and if he is so sure that he is not even ready to answer the questions of the media, why should he have any objection in having an independent probe? Let it be a judicial probe, and till the time the judicial probe proves or disproves, he should ask his minister to resign. The way he has been demanding the politicians from other parties, he has been hurling wild accusations and allegations against everybody in this world, of cutting across anything. He thinks that everybody is corrupt. He wants all of them to quit politics. He wants all of them to resign even before their charges are proved. And he has different parameters and double standards for his own colleagues and partymen. I think the country needs a lot of explanation from the Chief Minister of Delhi.
KP, are you willing to accept this at the very least, that there should be an independent judicial probe? Let a retired judge establish what the bona fides of this case are. Let Somnath Bharti not be involved, let Kejriwal not be involved. Is this not the least he would have demanded of others? Imagine if Kejriwal was in opposition and Sheila Dikshit was in power, by now he would have been doing a 24/7 dharna outside Sheila Dikshit's house.
Okay, let me get to that. We have Dr. Harshvardhan, very senior leader of the BJP, with us today. Does he have anything to say on the accusations against Reliance Industries and the natural gas price hike? Because nobody else on BJP seems to be saying anything.
No, we had a discussion on it at 8:30.
That's I would like to hear what Dr. Harshvardhan, Chief Ministerial candidate of Delhi, does he have anything to say about that?
No, let him answer. Let's see what he has to say.
Pardon?
Go on.
Sir, do you have anything to say about the accusations against Reliance Industries and the natural gas price hike today?
You see, any accusation, if he has a proof, he should, I think, put it before the whole country and order any inquiry. We are for any inquiry. But there should not be double standards.
What is the double standard, sir?
The double standard is he's ordered a probe against the Ambanis. He's not willing to order a probe against Somnath Bharti.
What is the probe about?
The probe is, was he involved in this scam? Does he have an involvement with Topsides LLC? Why did he lie about his association with Topsides LLC? Those are the questions that need to be answered. Are they not?
You're making it sound as if he's not a spammer but some kind of serial murderer. I mean, you're just raising it to, we don't know what the accusation is, why it is, we get to the probe.
No, if you are so blinded by your love for the Aam Aadmi Party that you can't understand what the accusations are despite Prashant Roy explaining them to you.
No, I think despite the points involved, despite the points that Anjali is going to cover this till the end of time.
You must.
There's a general election coming up.
No, don't worry about it.
28 states.
One second, Anjali Bhardwaj, please respond to KP.
I don't understand. You are not clear on the accusation.
No, of course we are very clear on the accusation.
You're saying he did something, may have done something, could have done something. That's not true. We can't have probe based on what Rahul Kamal has to say.
One second. Let's understand this one by one. First and foremost, please, he lied about his association with Topsides LLC, which he said he had absolutely nothing to do with. We went to the registrar of companies in Iowa and found out that those companies were registered in his name, they were registered at his address. This is a company that's been involved in a spamming operation, a spamming scam. You just heard Prashanto explain that to you at length, and I hope that you understood. He says he had nothing to do with it. Those companies were registered in his name. In his defense, he says,
allegedly registered in his name.
Those were registered in his name. He says in his defense that there is an associate who misused my name and identity. First and foremost, in law, that is not good enough. And if he were to say that an associate misused his name, if someone tweets on your handle because he has access to your handle, you are still responsible for whatever he says.
Twitter now, huh?
No, it's not about Twitter. That is exactly what it is. I'm just drawing a parallel for you to understand. For you to understand, because clearly we're not getting through to you. I don't know what the reason is. Please hear me out. If there is an associate who has indeed misused Somnath Bharti's name, then Somnath Bharti should be lodging a case against him, should be suing him.
Did you ask him this afternoon?
I asked him this.
What did he say?
He said, I thought it's not important enough. I asked him this question this afternoon.
Okay,
why don't you still sue him? No, now I'm glad that we are getting through to you, because so far we haven't got through to you.
But this has nothing to do with Mr.
Kejriwal. No, but you're not answering the question.
I use your identity, your address, your name to book the domain name. What is your first reaction going to be?
Mr. Bharti has to answer that.
No, I'm glad that at least now you've understood the acquisition. It's taken us 40 minutes to get there. But I'm glad that you finally understood what the accusation is. I want to understand from you, because finally we're getting through to KB, which is important, because so far he wasn't even willing to understand what the accusation is.
You didn't make me understand.